guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn practice set 3.2 of chapter circle, right? So last time I told you 3.1. In that we have done total question we have solved, right? So today, before starting this lecture, I would like to tell you one theorem, that is touching circle theorem. Okay, touching circle theorem is what? Suppose two circles are there. If they are touching each other, so what we can say, that their point of contact, right? Point of contact lies on the line joining their circles. Not circle centers. Okay, sorry. If two circles touch each other and the point of contact lies on the line joining their centers, this is the theorem. So let's study about this theorem. So suppose I told you two touching circle. That touching circle may be externally or maybe internally. So first we see externally touching circle. See, suppose I'm just taking example of this circle. One circle is just like this is a circle, okay? Then another circle I'm just taking, another circle touching like this, okay? So this is our two touching circle, but these two touching circles are externally. Can you see the center of this circle is suppose A, okay, and the center of this circle is suppose B, and they are touching at this point. Can you see this point? So this point, let's say C, okay? So this is the externally touching circle. So what is the theorem? If the two circles are touch each other externally, so we can say that distance between their center, see this distance between their centers, what? So distance between their centers, so this is the center of this circle is A, so this, and the center of this circle is B, so this. So distance means this AB, right? So distance between their center is always equal to sum of their radius. Now see, what is the radius? If you see this circle, the radius is not only your only AC, right? So AC, and if for this circle your radius is your BC, right? So the sum of the radius, so this, and AB is your distance between the center, you can say. So distance between their center, that means distance this, is always equal to the sum of their radius. So sum of the radius is this one. I think this is clear. And this is for the externally touching circles. Now we'll see internally touching circle, okay? So let me draw that internal touching circle. Sorry. See, suppose the internal touching circle is like this. They're touching, sorry, I'll just take the circle over there, okay? This is a circle, and another circle, I just draw that circle, that touching to each other, okay? So this is the internal touching. Can you see this? And there, suppose the center of this circle is B, and center of this bigger one is A. Just take as an example, okay? And the point of contact of there is here C, right? What? C. This is the point of contact over there. So what this theorem tells us, if two circles are touching internally, if they are touching internally, what we can say, that the distance between their center, now the center means this AB, right? A and B, the distance between this sentence is always equal to the differences of this radius. Now we'll see the radius. Now what is the radius? See, first our center is distance between center, that means D, and then this AB, right? This is the distance between the centers. So this is always equal to the differences. Differences means minus. So it will be like this. Just draw the line over here, just join it. What you will get over there? You will get BC, right? BC and AC. The AC is the bigger one. ये जो बड़ा वाला सर्कल है उसका रेडियस हो जाएगा, and this BC is the radius of the smaller circle. So the difference between this AC and BC. So this is our theorem. This two theorem we have to apply in this practice set 3.2. I think this is clear. So let's move ahead, and now we'll solve question practice set 3.2 question number 1. Sorry. Now see in the question number 1 what they have given. If two circles, they have given two circles and they're having radius 3.5 centimeters and 4.8 centimeters, and they are touching internally, right? They're touching internally, and we have to find distance between their centers. See, the first question is based on the internal touching circle only. So just draw that circle again. You can just draw that circle again. See, I'm just drawing. I just showing you. Just draw that circle, internally circle, right? So just draw it. Okay, let me take this as a bigger, sorry, I'm just making it again. Okay, so this is internal touching circle. So they have given the radius sorry. So this is center of this, and this is the point of contact. Just say this is C, sorry, this is C, and this is B, and take this as a, and then join this line. It will be easier for you. Okay, now as we know that, and if the circles are internally touching, the radius, what we can say that the distance between the center is always equals to the differences of their radii of the circle, right? If they are touching circle, see they have given the radius over there. So it is given that two circles having radius 3.5 centimeter and 4.8. So with this, if you see this circle, you can say that the two touching circles, that all statement you'll have to write over there. See now what you can just write. See, the radius is BC and this AC. So just write over the AC is equals to 4.8, right? 4.8 centimeter, and BC, second radius, that is your 3.5 centimeter. Okay, so these two things are given. So you can just write over there, this is given. So now distance we have to find, right? The distance between this AB, this is AB. AB is the distance between the two centers of the circle. So that we are going to find now. So what that theorem we have to apply. Distance between that A comma B will be equals to, yes, tell me, 4.8, yes, minus 3.5. So just subtract it, you will get 1.3 centimeters. So this is our answer. It's very easy. Only that formula, not formula, that theorem only you'll have to apply over there. And the theorem is very easy. If the two circles are touching each other internally, the distance between their centers is always equal to the differences of their radii. Okay, so let's move ahead and we'll solve next question. See in the question number 2, same as the question number 1, but instead of internally they have given over here externally. So for the externally, what we know, the sum, right? The center is always, the distance between the center is equals to the sum of their radii. So the radius they have given 5.5 and 4.2. So just add this number, you'll get the answer. I think you are able to solve this question. Just try it yourself. Now we'll do question number 3. See in the question number 3 what they have given. If radius of two circles are 4 centimeter and 2.8 centimeter, then draw figure of these circles touching each other externally and internally. See, they have given the radius. So first of all, what we have to write, the radius, whatever the things they have given, just write radii, just write over there radii of two circle, right? They have given two circles are 4 centimeter and 2.8 centimeter. This is given, right? This is given. So let's move ahead. Now for the internal, now we have to draw that circle, figure बना के दिखाना है. So I'm just writing over there the for externally touching circle. तो पहले externally के लिए करते हैं. For externally touching circle. So what you can say that, how we can just draw that. If you know that theorem, you are able to draw that circle also. See, they have given radius, as we know that. So if you want to find the distance, now distance between their center, if the touching circles, if two circles are touching externally, the distance between their center is sum of the equal to the sum of the radii of the radius of the circle. So that radius is your 4 plus 2.8. Just add this number, what you will get, 6.8. Okay, so to draw this circle, you'll have to draw a line of 6.8 centimeter. Okay, just draw a line 6.8 centimeter. I'm just showing you again, just a minute. Suppose a line is there, just draw a line like this. Okay, just draw a line let's suppose this is 6.8 centimeter. Okay, so from this point, suppose this is a point A and this is a point B. So from this point, just take, with the help of your rounder, just take 4 centimeter measurement and just draw a circle. Just keep your one point over here and draw the circle over here. You will get a circle like this. Okay, now this is from this point. Now next radius is at 2.8, right? This is from here and where this is 4 centimeters. Let's suppose this is 4 centimeter. Now next is 2.8. So for the 2.8, again just with the help of rounder, just take measurement of 2.8 and keep your one point of the rounder over here at this point B. At this point you'll have to keep your rounder and then start drawing the circle. So you are just when you start drawing, you'll get this sorry, it just crossed that line. It will be just touch. Okay, I'm just showing the rough figure only. So this kind of circle you'll get, right? So this is just 2.8 only. Okay, I think this is clear. This is for the externally touching circle. Now we'll see for internally touching circle. As we know that if the circles are touching internally, the distance between the centers are differences between their radius. So radius are 4 and so differences means minus 2.8. Just subtract it, you will get 1.2, right? What you are getting now, 1.2. So here you'll have to draw a line of 1.2. It will be very small, but draw it 1.2. Just suppose this is A, this is B. Now again just take the measurement 4 centimeter with the help of that rounder and keep one point over here and start drawing. So just start drawing, you will get something. Okay, so for this start drawing, you will get, suppose you are getting like this only. I'll just start drawing. My circle is not so good. Okay, so similarly you can just start just keep your point over here and take the measurement of 2.8 and just start drawing. You will get your point of contact over there like this only. The circle is so big, right? So point of contact is over here and this is your internal, the point of contact. Let's suppose this is C. So this is center of bigger circle, center of your small circle, you can say that, and then draw this line. You get your internal touching circle. I think this is clear. So now we'll move ahead and we'll solve question number 4. See in the question number 4 what they have given in the adjoining figure. So this is the figure, this figure is, so they have given circle and the circle is in externally touching, right? Two circles they have given, which is, and they have center P. For this circle they have center P, and for this circle they have center Q, and they are touching each other at a point R. Can you see this R? The point of contact is R. So similarly a line is passing through this R, right? A line, that means this AB, which meets at point A and B. Is this clear? So what we have to prove? We have to prove this segment AP. Can you see this segment AP is parallel to this BQ? First one that we have to prove. Similarly, we have to prove this triangle. This triangle is similar to this triangle. Okay. And if you have proved this, then you'll have to do third one, that is we'll have to find the value, angle value, measurement of the angle, that is RQB. That means this value we have to find, and they have given the value of this 35. Okay, so let's start with this question. Now what we have to do, first of all, just see triangle, this, just see this triangle. Can you see this triangle? APR, right? So just write over there, in triangle APR. See, I'll show you one thing. If you see over there, you will see this is AP, right? This AP is a radius and PR is also radius. So you can say that this is a radii of the same circle. right? You are getting in the same triangle also. So ट्रायंगल में वो साइड हो गया और सर्कल में सेम रेडियस हो गया. सो वी कैन जस्ट राइट ओवर देयर in triangle APR, AP is equals to RP, and the reason is radii of same circle. Okay, radii of same circle. So this is the reason. Okay, now see, have you heard about the theorem of isosceles theorem? So yes, so if these two sides are congruent, so the corresponding angles is also congruent. So from this we'll get angle ARP, right? ARP, this angle and this angle going to be congruent. So ARP is congruent to angle RAP. So just make it as equation number 1, and here you'll have to write converse of isosceles theorem. With this theorem we got. Okay, I think this is clear. Similarly, same thing you'll have to do with this triangle also. Can you see over here? This is your center. Again, you are getting the RQ as a radius, BQ is your radius, right? So same thing you can just write over here. In triangle BQR, your Q sorry, QR is equals to QB. Same reason that you have to write radii of this same circle, that reason. And similarly, again this angle R and angle B is going to be equal with that isosceles theorem only. So just write, therefore angle RBQ is equals to angle RBRQ. So this is equation number 2, you can say that. Now can you see this R and this R, this is common, and even this is vertically opposite. So we have that formula, theorem, vertically opposite theorem. So you can say that therefore angle ARP, this angle of this angle and this angle, right? This angle, so this and this will be equal. So ARP is equals to angle BRQ, and what reason you have to write over there? Vertically opposite angle. Okay, now कैन यू सी फ्रॉम दैट वन जो हम लोगों ने इसके पहले किया ट्राइंगल APR में, दैट इज आवर condition number 1, this is our condition number 2, and this is our condition number 3. We just make it as 3. Sorry. So from this 1 2 3, what we'll get, we are going to get, when you compare this, now you will get, okay, I'm just writing this again for you. See, the first one is our ARP, right? This is equals to angle RAP, right? This is our equation, condition number 1. From the second we got RBQ, right? Which is equals to BRQ. This is equation, or you can say condition number 2. And from the third one we got ARP is equals to angle BRQ again, right? So this is now from this 1 2 3, from this you can say that your angle RAP is equals to angle RBQ. How can you see this RAP? Where is RP? This is RP, right? So this RAP is equals to RBQ. So where is RBQ? RBQ is this one. How? So RBQ is equals to this BRQ, and BRQ is equals to this one ARP, and ARP is equals to this one. So hence this will be equals to this, right? So this will be our equation number 4. Now in the triangle, in that angle AP, similarly we can say that segment AP is parallel to segment BQ. How? See, now see this diagram. This AP and this BQ, we have proved that this angle and these angles are equal. Have you heard about the alternate angle? Yes, so that theorem we have applied over here. So with that theorem we have proved that this angle and this angle is an alternate angle. So if these two angles are equal, so we can say that this line segment AP and BQ are parallel. So by that alternate angle theorem. So we have done with this question number 1. I think this is clear. Now in the second question, what they have given, we have to prove this triangle and this triangle are similar. This is also same thing. See, just you can write over there, in triangle, whatever the triangle is there, in triangle APR, and the another triangle is and next triangle is your RBQ. RQB, right? This is next triangle. So from that RAP that we have proved, this is RAP, ye angle or ye angle, that angle only I am going to write again. So this angle is congruent, or you can say equal, RBQ. So this is your from 4, you can just write over there from 4 से आया था जो हम लोगों ने प्रूव किया था, राइट. सो सिमिलरली यू हैव दिस एंगल एंड दिस एंगल सेम, मतलब वर्टिकली अपोजिट एंगल. ARP is congruent to angle BRQ, that means vertically opposite angle. So with this we have proved, because we have got two angle equal, so we can say that our triangle, right, our triangle APR is similar to triangle RQM by using what you can say, by angle test of similarity, so hence proved. So we have completed with this question number 2. Now we'll see question number 3. See question number 3. Now still we are in question number 4 only, sub part of the 4, question number 4, that is 3. Find this RQB, right? They have given a RQB that we have to find, that means this value we have to find. So what you can just write, since as we know that, since we have that PAR is 35, this is given, right? दिस इज गिवन. अगर ये 35 हुआ, सो फ्रॉम द इक्वेशन नंबर, दैट इक्वेशन जिसको हम लोगों ने इक्वेशन नंबर 4 दिया था, तो उसका भी वैल्यू उसमें जो था, जो उसके इक्वल था RBQ, दैट इज ऑल्सो गोइंग टू बी 35 ओनली. सिंस योर RBQ is equals to angle BRQ, this is from 2, right? So you can say that your angle BRQ is equals to 35. This is also 35. So now we got the value of this angle B and this angle R. That means we got value of this B and this R. So similarly we can find out with this. So you can just write over there in triangle. So this is a triangle, right? So in triangle RQB, right? Angle BRQ plus angle RBQ plus angle RQB. Okay, sorry, again. Okay, now QB is equals to 180. I think this theorem you know, that angle sum property. Just specify the reason over there. Angle sum property. Okay, this theorem we have used over here. Okay, now we have the value of this BRQ, that is 35. This is 35, and that value RQB that we have to find out. So RQB just write as it is. RQB is equals to 180. So this 35 will become 70. Just take this 70 at this side, it will become minus. So 180 minus 70 will be 110. So you will get angle of RQB as 110. So with this we have completed our question number 4 also. So now let's move ahead. Now we'll solve question number 5. See, in question number 5 what they have given in the figure 3.28. So this is the figure. So in this figure, the circles they have given with the center A and B. See, this is A and this is B, the center of the circle, right? And they are touching each other at point E. Can you see this is a point of contact, right? So, and which now they have a line that is L, and which is a tangent and which is common to both the circle. दोनों circle common है, ठीक है? That is C and D is the point of contact to the tangent. So we'll have to find the length of this CD. ये जो CD है ना, इसी का ही हमको find out करना है. Only they have given the radii of the circle. ठीक है? Now as we know that our radii here, what they have given, radius. So we can just write over there here. So see, first of all just see, you can see that if these two circles are touching, externally, right? Right, so we can just write over the distance of AB. A and B will be your AE and this BE, and AE and EB is nothing but the radius, right? So radius is your 4 and 6. 4 plus 6 will be 10, so you will get the 10 value of the AB. AB का 10 value मिला. Now again, can you see over here, this is a tangent and AC is also radius. So tangent and radius both are perpendicular. Similarly over here also, this is a tangent, this is tangent and this is radius BD. Similarly, so you can say that this angle and this angle is 90 degree, right? So you can, now what we have to do now, see, if you draw that line AC and here AB and this AC, now can you see this? This is not a rectangle, because for the rectangle opposite sides should be equal, but here the 4 and this is 6, so this is not rectangle, and as you can see the shape also. So we are just doing construction, just draw AF from this here and it will be perpendicular to this BD. Just take as here and just make it as BD, right? So just give as name F. Okay, so now this is perpendicular. Now can you see this? This is your 90 degree, this is your 90 degree by the tangent theorem, and this is 90 degree by your construction, right? So this remaining will be also 90 degree. Hence this quadrilateral ABCD is your, not ABCD, AFDC is your rectangle only. So in the rectangle, now can you see the rectangle, the opposite sides are equal, right? That opposite sides are equal. So your AC, that means this AC is equals to this DF, right? And this CD will be equal to your AF. Opposite sides are congruent. Okay, now one more thing, they have here D, F and B. So can you see this is collinear? So similarly you have value of BD and you have value of that this DF. So you can just find the value of this BF. That means 6 minus 4, that is 2, right? So now see triangle. Now you will get triangle in right angle triangle. If you see over here, this is a rectangle, but here you are getting a right angle triangle, right? And this is a 90 degree as we have done in the construction. So by using, now you have the value of this this is F, right? This point is F. So BF you have, this AB you have, but you don't have this value AB. So if you find this AF, अगर AF का वैल्यू फाइंड आउट हो जाएगा, सो दिस CD भी हमारा फाइंड आउट हो जाएगा और वो CD हमें फाइंड आउट करना है, बिकॉज रेक्टेंगल में क्या होता है, अपोजिट साइड्स आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट. तो अगर उसका ये वाला अपोजिट साइड्स हम लोगों ने फाइंड आउट कर लिया बाय यूजिंग दैट पाइथागोरस थ्योरम, यू आर एबल टू सॉल्व दिस CD, राइट? सो आई थिंक ये आपको एक्सप्लेनेशन समझ में आएगा. नाउ लेट्स, अभी हम लोग उसको सॉल्व कर लेते हैं. सी अभी हम लोग उसमें कैसे लिखो, आप just write over there here radii, right? Whatever the given thing is there, just write it down. So you can just write radii of the circle, circles are 4 centimeter and 6 centimeter, right? This is clear? Okay, now in the next thing just write, therefore by using, so you can just write over there, by using external reaching theorem you will get AB is equals to AE, right, plus EB, that is 4 plus 6 is equals to 10. Okay, so now you can say that your tangent CD, now tangent CD is perpendicular to radius CA. So therefore angle ACD will be 90 degree. The reason is tangent theorem. Okay. Similarly your angle, now in the next line only you'll have to write over there similarly. Okay, you can say that similarly your angle BDC is also 90. Okay, सो आई थिंक दिस इज़ क्लियर. सो अभी इसके बाद हम लोगों ने क्या किया था, हम लोगों ने ड्रॉ किया था लाइन AF के लिए. ओके, सो आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू ड्रॉ दैट लाइन. सी दिस इज आवर क्वेश्चन. नो, So just draw. Now draw AF perpendicular to BD, right? Okay, now this is now you can say that that angle C D, since you can just write over the angle C, angle D and angle B is 90, and your angle A is 90. So you can say how 90 is remaining angle. This is remaining angle, right? So from this we can say that our quadrilateral A C D E, you can say, right? So therefore quadrilateral A C D F is a rectangle, right? तो rectangle में क्या होता है, opposite sides are congruent. So your opposite sides are CD is equals to AF, okay, and your DF is equals to CA, right? This is opposites. What you can say, opposite sides. Opposite sides are congruent. Okay, so just make it as equation number 1, you can say. So now in the next thing, I told you about this. This is our F point. So we can just do collinear. So you can just write over the BF. You have to find the value of BF. So you can just write over the BD minus DF, because this is collinear, right? So BD. So now instead of this DF, DF, D के place में हम लोग क्या लिख सकते हैं, this AC, right? And from 1 you can say that from 1. So 6 minus 4 will be your 2. So we got the value of this BF 2. So now in the right angle triangle, okay, a right angle triangle. So a right angle triangle, just write over there, in right angled triangle, that is ABF. Okay, so angle F is 90 degree, right? So therefore by using Pythagoras theorem, which theorem? Pythagoras theorem we have to apply over here. So when you apply Pythagoras theorem over here, so what you will get, see your opposites hypotenuse will be like this only, right? This is your 90 degree, this is our 90 degree. So this is A, this is B, and this is F. So you will get AB, right? This is AB. So what you are going to get, AB square is equals to AF square plus BF square, right? So we have value of this AB is 10 as we have solved earlier, and AF we have to find out, okay, and BF is a 2, right? So this 10 ka square will be your 100 and this 2 ka square will be 4. Just take this 4 here, you will get minus, and this AF, when you subtract this you will get 96 and this AF. So you'll have to take this AF, no, sorry, 96 into AF. So this 96 is the square root of, we just split this number, you will get 16 into 6, right? AF is equals to 16 is equals to, so 16 is the square root of the 4 and this is root 6 centimeter. So with this we got our value of CD. How? Because I told you opposite sides of the rectangles are equal. So this AF we have find, so this AF and CD are congruent. So similarly you can say therefore CD is equals to AF, so which is equals to 4 root 6 centimeter. Okay, so we have completed our question number 5. Even we are done with our exercise, that is practice set 3.2. So till take care guys, we'll meet in the next lecture. Till then, take care, bye bye.